Okay, hey YouTube, it's me, OneBar here, back again for the final part of the PS3 versus Xbox 360 showdown. I'm going to be starting off again. Well, first off, it's going to be me and Cologne for the final part, and I'm going to be starting off with the cons of the PS3. So, the first con that, in my eyes, the PlayStation 3 is the lack of no voice chat parties. Well, the main feature of the Xbox Live system on the Xbox is how you can get a group of friends together and join what's called a party. It's basically like a giant chat room, but with voice. On the PlayStation 3, you can do only text chat parties only. Which, if you're in the middle of a game, you don't want to be typing to each other. You want to be talking to each other. This is a big drawback because if you're in a game, you either have to go ahead and single-handedly mute everybody if you don't want to talk to them, or if you're playing Call of Duty and your friend's playing Uncharted 2, you can't communicate with each other. And like I said, you don't want to be typing. Another con of the feature of the PS3 is the systems are a lot more costly. The 160 gigabyte PlayStation 3 Slim is the same price as a 250 gigabyte Xbox 360. But the PS3 does also come with more features. The PS3 does come with a Blu-ray player, it comes with built-in Wi-Fi, and whatnot. So, another con of the PlayStation 3 is that it does not come with a headset. If you want to have voice communication in games such as Call of Duty, or any game that you can talk to other players with, you'll have to go out and buy your own headset. The PlayStation, the official Sony headset, I bought the second model of it, and it was absolutely garbage. The mic quality was good, but the microphone level won't go past 3, which out of a maximum of 5. So when you are talking to people, and they talk, and they play backs in the headset, it sounds like it's turned down really low, and you can't turn up any higher past 3. But I highly recommend getting the Turtle Beach PX2 ones. But that's not what we're talking about. PlayStation Network can be unreliable at times. There's been times where the connection will be very laggy or glitchy, or sometimes just the connection will cut out and you have to reconnect. The triggers on the controller are really awkward to control unless you buy like the trigger grips from Pelican that kind of curve them upwards a little bit. They're rounded down a lot, so when you go and push them, your fingers will slide off, or they just feel weird. Like your fingers go under the controller. It kind of feels like, unlike Xbox players, when they push it, how it just stays level with the controller. A big drawback for a lot of Call of Duty players, this was introduced in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops, is that the DLC comes out a lot later. Map Pack for the PS3, the First Strike Map Pack, is not coming out about a month after the Xbox 360. The Xbox 360 got it on February 1st, and it's coming out on the PS3 March 3rd, which, that's kind of a huge thing. You have to wait a whole month just to get the same thing as the Xbox did. The PS3 only supports Bluetooth wireless accessories. So, headsets, like wireless headsets, like the Turtle Beach X31s, I believe will not work on the PS3. Also, for instance, if you use like a cell phone Bluetooth headset, this is actually kind of a cool feature. You can actually use your phone Bluetooth headset on your PS3. There's two main bugs on the PlayStation 3 that have mainly notable. The first one's the leap year bug, which basically just screwed up the clock system and the date system. And then the yellow dot glitch, which is comparable to the red ring of death. The last big, this can be a pro and a con. For all you modders out there, it's very easy to install a homebrew on your PlayStation 3 system, but this can also be a con to other people as for it's easy to hack games. All you have to do is put a file on your USB storage disk, and then just put the file onto your PlayStation. You can easily emulate games. But here at OverpoweredTech, we don't really support that, and none of us here mod or hack, so that's just for the people that do, but we don't support it at all. So I'm going to pass the mic now to Clone, and he's going to give his views on the cons of the Xbox 360.
Alright, hello everybody, this is Clone, and here is the cons of the Xbox 360. First of all, I want to start off with the costly accessories. The system itself, it's very fairly priced in my opinion. However, the accessories are pretty bad. The wireless adapter, which first of all, I'll give a little experience. In my experience using it, such as on games like Call of Duty, I always have around a 3-bar. In wired connection, I've got almost always a 4-bar connection, unless due to like a bad host or something. But I'm almost always running a 3-bar if I'm using a wireless adapter. I don't personally own one, but a lot of my friends do, and yeah, these do run at $100. So I think for $100 you should get a pretty damn good accessory. And for wireless, running at a 3-bar in games such as Call of Duty is it's acceptable, but you aren't not going to be playing as good as you could. 3 bars, and 3 bars just you get it. The Xbox Slim does indeed have a built-in Wi-Fi. However, not as many people have the Xbox Slim because it came out later, unless you had it for like something like Christmas. So this is made for people who are looking for maybe a refurbished Xbox Fat, I guess you call it, or an original Xbox 360. Yeah. So the wireless accessories or the wireless adapter, notably, very overpriced, and I would not say not worth it. Go for the Slim if you want to buy a new Xbox. Also, the controllers run about $50. That is actually pretty evenly priced, because the Wii controllers are about $50 along with the PS3. So those aren't too bad. However, $50 still is a little much, and I would highly recommend against, or I would not recommend getting a third-party controller such as Mad Catz, because they are very unreliable, break very fast. That is for all systems, but Xbox 360 Mad Catz controllers, other third-party makers, not good at all. Especially, if you're looking for one maybe that has like a Rapfire or a turbo button, don't do it. If you're gonna do that, get one off like Mod's Armory or something, an official one, or not official, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Next, there aren't too many good exclusives. Well, first of all, there aren't that many exclusives to begin with. As we said in the pros video, there is indeed Halo and Gears of War. Those are the only two really notable exclusives that I can think of. Those are both incredibly good games and make up for the lack of exclusives. However, more would be nice, or the PS3 has tons. Next of all, Live costs a lot of money. You get a yearly subscription or a monthly subscription. It costs a lot. $50 for a month, or $50 for a year. It's reasonable, but on the PS3 where it's free, that's just somewhere where a PS3 would be better. Paying $50 for a month or for a year, and do you know how much a month is?
I believe it's 60 or 50, but I think if you get this a month, I think it's $7, $6 ish.
Well, however much a month is, it's still the PS3 is free. The PS3 has free online, and that's a huge plus in my mind. Next of all, there's laser burns. If you don't know what these are a basically if you're running a disc and it moves or falls over or anything, you basically get a huge scratch down the or around the middle of the disc, rendering it unplayable unless you install it to your hard drive. Still, then there'll potentially be glitches and it won't play normally. This is incredibly common, as many people have their Xboxes sitting upright with the fan on the bottom. This is a terrible way to keep your Xbox, as it's very prone to falling over. And yeah, so laser burns, they render games useless, and it's not good. It's very common. Next, there's no Blu-ray support, whereas the PS3 does. We've covered this a little bit. Blu-ray quality is amazing. The regular DVD quality, not so amazing. It's still acceptable, but PS3 still wins here in my mind. Finally, what I'd like to cover is the overheating or red rings of death on the Xbox. This is mainly on older models such as the Arcade and the Pro. I have a Pro, and I have experienced red rings of death once. Well, you can get a year warranty if you buy one, but anyways. Red rings of death is basically when the green rings on your Xbox will basically turn red, and it pretty much means your graphics processor is fried. You cannot play anything like this. Your Xbox will turn on, however, it won't display picture or anything, and it won't play games, of course. This is caused from leaving your Xbox on too long, and having it just pretty much soak its, just pretty much die from heat. There are some fixes to this. This includes things such as the towel trick, which you may have heard of, which is pretty much covering your Xbox in towels and letting it fry itself. Is known to make it be able to play games again, but only for a short time. It's not forever. Yeah, so basically, red rings, it's not as common on the Slim. On the Slim, it's called, like, the red, well, regular version, it's called the red ring of death. Slim is called the red dot of death, because, there's no rings on the Slim, it's a dot. Basically, yeah, those are the cons for the Xbox 360. I'll let OneBar here finish up.
So, comparing the cons to the cons, I think they both balance each other out. The lack of the voice chat parties in the PS and network is a very, very sad loss. The costless system on the PlayStation 3 is also a big turnoff, while the Xbox 360 is a little bit more bang for your buck. The PSN not being as reliable as Xbox 5, in a sense, kind of makes up for the fact that you have to pay for it. The triggers on the controller of the on the PlayStation 3 are kind of awkward to use, which in some people's mind are a very good excuse to